Hi guys, my name is Trash Cat, and today I wanted to show you my Stardew Valley farm that I am grinding for perfection on. My husband introduced me to Stardew Valley and I fell in love with it. You can see I've got a couple of farms here, and I have played for many hours on these different farms, but I've never made it to perfection, so I thought it was about time that I go for perfection. So today I just wanted to show you around the valley and show you what I have done. So this is my character Moonlight. I always play as Moonlight, and this is her very big house. We have a little bedroom right here, right next to the door to make it efficient, our calendar, and of course our TV, just to make everything super quick, and of course also right next to the door, right down here. I've got a storage area over here. We've got one for each of the different seasons, spring, summer, fall, winter, and here are some just extra chests. I've got like artifacts and diamonds and things, and a fish chest. I absolutely love fishing. So let's take you around the house a little bit. Obviously, over here is my kitchen, which is also my Mayor Lewis shrine. I know Lewis gets a lot of hate, and I don't particularly care for Lewis, but I had to put the statue somewhere, and I didn't know where else to put my kitchen stuff. So, here he is. Over here, we've got our dining room. We've got the big dining table, a more personal dining table. This is the one that Moonlight would eat at, like, with her friends, and the bigger one would be, when her mom and her dad and her siblings are coming over. Obviously, china cabinet. Every rich house needs a china cabinet. And down here, we have all of my legendary fish. I am a huge fan of fishing, and I absolutely love fish. So I wanted to show off how cool I was by showing off all of my legendary fish. So that goes right there. If we go upstairs, this is our guest bedroom, and it's nautical themed. I love the little fishy portrait and the anchor. I just think it's so cute. If we go up the stairs to the attic, it's just like a little getaway kind of place. I think they make moonshine up here. They got the alcohol, the kegs, a little bit rustic. You can sit, listen to the radio while you wait for your moonshine to ferment. All the good stuff. All of the important stuff that you need in Stardew Valley is up here in this attic. I do not have a spouse yet, but obviously I'm excited for a spouse. I've got the children's room all decked out, super cute. And of course, when they're older, they're going to need a bit of an older space. So when my kids are older, they get to move and upgrade into the big boy bedroom. Over here, the kids have their own little TV that they could watch. It is separate from the bedroom just so, they go to bed and do other things with their life than just stay in the room and watch TV all day. This is my sewing corner. Isn't it so cute? I have an outfit for each season. So this is summer, this is fall, this is winter. This one here is my mining outfit, and this one here is my beach outfit for like the luau or going to the resort. Up top is my little office. So, if I need to do any office work, I do it up here. I got my bulletin to remind me of stuff, and it's super cute. I put a lot of time and effort into my house. Down here we have the grand piano and just some little decorations to match. And probably my favorite part of the house is this forest reading nook. So you can read all of the books that you could want. This room is kind of a throwaway room. It's okay. We've got the cat tower. We've got the very important pig picture, my trophy for completing the community center. But it's just kind of lacking. I don't know what to put in here, and hopefully it'll be a little more fleshed out one day. Of course, we've got another fish chest. This has some cool fish, the pufferfish, the stingray, the stonefish, just kind of to say, look at me, I am a cool fisherman. But that's the tour of my house, and now we're gonna go see how I have set up the farm. I am currently working towards the golden clock for perfection, so I'm trying to make lots of money, and I'm not doing a very good job at it. I haven't streamlined everything, but I think that's okay, because I also value like aesthetics and looking cute. So it's okay if, these kegs are empty, because this little area is just supposed to be like, look, a cute little work area outside my house. It's cute and aesthetic. And there's no wrong way to play the game. So even though I'm not making billions a day and it's taken me forever to get the golden clock, I think it's fine because it's cute and I like it. So here's my little garden. We've got a couple cats. Um, Oh, and a dog. You love them enough, and sometimes they give you good things. I'm much more of a cat person, if you couldn't tell, but I start my day by petting them and watering them. My dog's name is Gure, from an anime, because I'm a little bit nerdy. This cat is porcelain, I believe. Let me go check. Oh, it's China. Porcelain, China, ceramic, same kind of idea. And Noodle, because of course Noodle is just the most perfect cat name. This one's Noodle over here. Look at him. I've got Junimos here to help me with harvesting and just keep everything nice and easy and as automated as possible. Over here, we've got my beehives, and of course a tulip for tulip honey. It is only the second day of spring, so all of my crops are still growing, but I got it all set up for you so my farm could look beautiful. I have a mushroom cave, and I definitely need some more decorations in here. It's on my to-do list of getting perfection. Because for me, perfection is not just getting Mr. Key's approval of perfection, but it's having an absolute perfect and aesthetic farm. So I've got my work cut out for me, and I think the biggest problem is that I just don't exactly know what I want to do with my farm yet. But that's okay. This is my greenhouse. Of course, I've got all of the fruit trees spaced out nicely. Up here, I've got a hoard of ancient fruit for all of that ancient fruit wine, which is how I hope to be able to afford the golden clock someday. I've got a couple veggies here, mostly for cooking. Lots of things require tomatoes, so I got tomatoes and green beans and just some other classic things that you might need for cooking. And this empty part in the greenhouse is also for cooking. Maybe I need some red cabbage, so I'll plant some red cabbage and wait for it to grow. But this is my beautiful greenhouse. I put some butterfly hutches. They're kind of hiding back here. And I have all these cute butterflies in my greenhouse. And I love it. It's so fun. I have not addressed this yet, but this is the hilltop farm. So obviously less space to move and run around. But maybe not even the best farm for gaining perfection on. But it is the farm that I'm the furthest along on, so I decided I'd go for perfection on this farm. And so far, it's worked out good. Up here, we've got Grandpa's little shrine, decorated with some owls, some mystic trees, and some mushroom logs. Just kind of cute, respectful, mystical. And my fish ponds, because I didn't know what else to put over here. Obviously, I need to put down some paths and make it cute, but we'll get there when we get there, just like everything else on my to-do list. This is where the magic happens. This shed is my industry shed. It's a little torn apart right now. I recently unlocked key quests and learned about hoppers, which in my ever-growing need to automate everything on my farm, I am super excited to implement. So I tore out most of the shed here, and it's a bit of a mess. Eventually, I will get everything back up to par, and it will look beautiful, but right now, it's just kind of a mess. But you can imagine it, right? I've got these little setups for truffle oil and for the dehydrator. So on this side, you can imagine jam jars and kegs, except I have a lot more jam jars and kegs. They're where a lot of my money comes in. So that's what this whole side is going to be eventually, when we get there someday. But for now, I just have a bunch of stuff going on. I have to separate my dehydrator goods from my jam jar goods, and I don't think any of those fit because this is completely full. Whoops-a-daisy. But, there's a method to my madness. Maybe one day you will understand it, and if you don't, well, I wouldn't worry, because 'cause it works for me and it's my farm, right? Um, oh, I don't want to sell those. I want to sell this. I want to sell that. Get all of my wonderful money. These are my animals here, but before we go say hi to them, we're gonna actually go drop off my mushrooms. You may have noticed that this video is maybe a little bit weird. I've stumbled over my words a couple of times, and I'm just kind of vibing and playing my video game, maybe even talking too fast. I'm completely winging this. I have no idea what it means to be a YouTuber, and I don't really have the patience for planning my videos and scripting them and taking notes. So I'm just kind of making it up as I go, and I call this a live recording because the voiceover is happening at the very same time that I am playing the game. So no later voiceover, no script, just hanging out with you in the present, more or less. So basically a live stream if it wasn't live. I know that sounds silly, but it's simple and it works for me, which I value a lot. I've wanted to get into, YouTube, and I've wanted to get into streaming for some time now, but I've never felt like I could actually dedicate myself to it. It's just not the most important thing in my life. It's much more of a hobby. And I didn't know how best to do that, but I think this is it, right? I just kind of voice over the video games as I play them, and then I post them, and I think it is going to work out pretty good. Of course, we'll see how it goes. I'm much more concerned with having fun and enjoying my playthroughs than getting a big following on YouTube and being a full-time YouTuber or having it as my job. It is really just meant to be a hobby and something I enjoy. So I hope that even though it's not perfect and it's a little silly and maybe a little weird and I have no idea what I'm doing, that it'll still bring you joy and you can have fun watching it. And maybe it'll inspire some of you too to realize that you can just kind of have fun with life. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to necessarily know 100% what you're doing. You just gotta go for it sometimes. So that's why it is kind of weird, but hopefully not too weird. It is the beginning of spring, so my farm isn't fully cleared yet. We'll get there eventually. But over here is where I plan to put the golden clock. I've got these cute little mushrooms surrounded by some mystic trees, and then right here in the middle, that is where my golden clock is gonna go when I can afford it in 100 years. But that's the plan for now. Up on the hilltop behind me, we have our little orchard. You've probably seen a little sneak peek of it. And of course, we've got some nice tappers here and more mushroom logs because you can never have enough mushrooms. It's not complete. I need to add some more fruit trees over here. I just have not gotten around to it, and I haven't decided what fruit trees to pick yet. So maybe tell me what your favorite fruit trees are, and I'll add them, because right now, I don't know. Over on this side of my farm, I have absolutely no idea what I'm gonna do. I could add more fish ponds. I do like fish ponds. And down here we have our little mushroom propagation station. So I just kind of let these mushrooms propagate, and every now and then I'll come by and dig up all the mushroom seeds. And of course we've got my fancy meteorite. I had two meteorites on this farm, but I broke the other one. So this one I want to immortalize and remember it forever. Is it in a very annoying spot? Yes, it is. But you know what? Sometimes you just have to deal with the cards that are handed to you. This is my slime hutch. I have set it up so I can collect all of the slime without having to worry about any of the slimes attacking me or hurting me or anything like that. Not that it matters because I have a slime protective ring. Over here I have a mill and a little pond, and this is for things like rice and taro roots that grow faster when placed next to water and you don't have to water them. And since I put rice straight into the mill to make like, what, flour or something. Or is that wheat? I don't know. Rice and wheat both go straight into the mill to make products for cooking. So I just stuck the mill over there to throw them all in. Lastly, we have the quarry up here, because this is the Hilltop Farm. It does come with a quarry. Over here, this is purely for aesthetics. This is a single player farm, and as such, I can't actually access or do anything with this house, but I think it looks kind of cute, like a little hilltop house that's just kind of there. Over here, we have another shed. It's completely empty. This was my excess storage shed, but it wasn't getting filled up fast enough, so I just moved it into the industrial shed. So this is empty. I can do whatever I want with it. I might fill it up with kegs and jam jars, all automated with hoppers, but I haven't really decided yet. There's a lot I haven't decided. So yeah, I got my little teleporter that will teleport me right back up here. And that is my farm. I hope you've liked it. The day is almost over, so I'm gonna go ahead and end here. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and I will see you in the next episode of Grinding for Perfection.